Very famous and beloved.
A master of inventions.
He's a good person who had a lot of contributions to society.
About 160 years ago, there was a man who was named Thomas Edison. He was the individual who made the world a brighter place. Thomas Edison has been manufacturing new objects with hundreds of other people throughout his life. Thomas Edison was a brilliant inventor who created objects such as the telegrapho quadruplex, the incandescent light bulb, the phonograph cylinder, and many other impacting things. This man collaborated with other people to create and trade new ideas. Thomas Edison was an experienced, influential, and determined inventor who explored, encountered, and exchanged with the world of inventions. Thomas Edison started exploring the U.S. by first moving from Milan, Ohio, to Port Huron, Michigan. He moved there to get his education for his future years, but was stopped short due to hearing problems. Thomas Edison's hearing problems were caused by a disease called scarlet fever. Later in his years, he moved to Louisville, Kentucky to work for the Associated Press. In 1869, he moved to New York City and built a much improved stock ticker. During this time, the Golden Stock Telegraph Company was impressed by Edison's work, so they paid him $40,000, which allowed Edison to set up a small laboratory and manufacturing company in Newark, New Jersey. As a result, Edison left telegraphing to be a full-time inventor.
He's the great inventor in the Industrial Revolution, working at the turn of the 20th century. And I remember him for doing all the great number of patents. I think he still holds the record for the greatest number of patents by any one individual, and worked on a great variety of projects from light bulbs to electricity to phonograph, etc. He worked on just about everything. So I really see him symbolizing the use of technology, expanding technology, industrial research. That he's sort of the prime example of this in American history, and I think a lot of people refer to him as an example of how to forward industrial research.
Thomas Edison may have never made the incandescent light bulb without exchanging ideas with his group of inventors. The group made the most necessary piece for the light bulb. Edison had to invent 7 new system elements for his light bulb. The 7 new systems were the parallel circuit, a durable light bulb, an improved dynamo, the underground conductor network, the devices for maintaining constant voltage, safety fuses and insulating materials, and last of all, light sockets with on and off switches.
Edison brought against his competition for the construction of the light bulb, one of the fundamental inventions of our time.
This was the invention that changed the world to make it a brighter place. His main rival, Nikola Tesla, was a worker of Edison. He helped on Edison's electric lighting system, but soon stopped working for Edison after he challenged Edison's idea of electric currents only flowing in one direction. Edison did not like the idea and refused to give Tesla the award that was meant for him. The argument between the two made Thomas Edison even more determined to work harder. But a friendship that did help him to keep on working was Henry Ford. Henry Ford asked him to make a design for a battery to self-start the car. In helping Ford, Edison made their friendship expand. In exchange for his knowledge, the world has flourished under his inventions, such as the use of electric-powered cars and many more.
He's one of the great famous American inventors. He invented the light bulb, among other things. But
People have regarding whatever it might be, which we could say that was a forerunner of Google, because you know that if it gives light, then if you have a question, all you have to put in Google is the question, and they will respond back through mathematical algorithms, thousands of responses within a very short time period. So yes, this person is very instrumental in bringing light to the world in more ways than just light, but also in other areas of education.
You look at your cell phone, there are a number of components or features to it that can be traced back to Edison. It's got a light in it, obviously from Edison. It's got a voice transmitter. It's got recorded music on it, obviously the phonograph itself. It's got images on it. The motion picture camera goes back to Edison as well.
He became accomplished in his life because he encountered other inventors to make the everyday objects we use today. He didn't work alone, but with a group he created composed of engineers from all over the world. He made many inventions, such as the Tickle Me Elmos with mini phonographs inside of them. They were shipped to Germany and put on sale. Unfortunately, the phonographs inside were too fragile, and after the wax records wore out after a couple plays, the result was a screech that made kids run away. They also exploded, making them inappropriate for kids. That was one product that failed miserably. One thing that he did benefit from while failing was his magnetic iron ore processing plant in northern New Jersey. He was able to salvage from that and make cement, which was very profitable. His company made the Yankee Stadium in Bronx and the Panama Canal with his famous cement. All these encounters changed him from a poor, uneducated, and unknown boy to one of the most famous people in the world. Without the help of all these people, he would never have been the man that everyone knows. The good and the bad parts of his life shaped him to do something amazing with stunning perseverance. As he lived life, he knew that having partnerships and friends was the greatest ally to have. Even as he grew old and weak, he never stopped inventing.